So the reason that I decided to study a distance learning postgraduate course was because I was looking for a bit of a change of career, but I didn't want to make that scary leap back into full-time education without having to give up my salary. So I decided to do distance learning, and for sports and exercise psychology, Staffs, I think at the time, were the only university offering a BPS accredited Masters in sports psychology. So it was a bit of a no-brainer. I was able to study on the side of my job, being able to fit it into weekends and evenings, but not have to give up that salary and still be able to work towards that accredited Masters. So from that point of view, it fitted perfectly into what I was looking for. So one of the things that I thought was really beneficial about studying distance learning, and has probably benefited me since, is a sense of collaboration and teamwork with other people who are also learning from a distance learning perspective, who are dotted all around the country. When I did my undergraduate degree 15 years ago, I think I'd walk into lecture theatres and mostly just sit with the same people each time. And I probably didn't do that much socialising and collaborating in my course. But when you come together with a group of people who mainly are mature students who are coming from other parts of their life and making a career transition, that is quite taxing for everyone, and that is quite a hard thing to go through. So I think we used WhatsApp groups, emails, etc. to kind of socially support each other, not just with learning and content, but also just from an emotional perspective. And that's something I didn't think, I didn't even comprehend really coming into the Masters, but I felt was something that I really benefited from and learnt from over the course of the 2 years. So the challenges of distance learning, well, I think unsurprisingly, the main challenge is always going to be time, particularly if you're fitting in the distance learning course on the side of something else, whether it's a job, whether it is, bringing up children, whether it's another time investment. The time is always going to be the big challenge. So I guess knowing how you work, being able to sit down and plan, these are the pockets of time that I can actually contribute without really destroying the rest of my life. Trying to get really efficient in how you work, because sometimes the smallest things in academic study, like referencing, for example, can take up so much of your time. So if you can find out those little hacks, those little tricks, whether it's finding websites that automatically translate your references already into that APA format, so you can just pop it into your Word document, opposed to having to write it out or to type it out from scratch. All of those little things add up. So the more kind of hacks, the more little workarounds, the more efficiencies you can find early on in that distance learning program, then I guess the more efficient you can be, and the less that this time investment in the Masters is going to take over the rest of your life, because I guess we're all looking for that balance.